bit of flip through of this video. However, 2 years later, I thought that a updated version was necessary, better audio, to make it more of a relaxing experience, and it's been so long since I last picked this up and had a look through it, and especially with Breath of the Wild being, more details being revealed very recently, I think it's appropriate that we have a look. So on the front we have the gold, sort of like gilded sort of like spheres, and these are the different emblems for the, I believe, the elements. I believe that's wind. Is it for the? Oh, right, I'm really good. I think it's for, in Ocarina of Time, the three sort of like stones, water, sort of like earth and fire. I'm not sure. I could be completely wrong, and I think I am wrong actually. Or it could link to the three goddesses. I think it is the three goddesses that created the land of Hyrule. Yeah, I think it's the three goddesses. And then in the corners we have a harp and an ocarina. And then on the spine, The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Historia by Dark Horse with the Master Sword. As you guys may know, this is my all-time favourite video game series. So here we have the Master Sword and the Hyrulean Shield with the Triforce emblazoned on it. So this is Shigeru Miyamoto talking about the 25th anniversary of Zelda, and this year it is actually the 30th anniversary, which is crazy. And Shigeru Miyamoto was, the producer and director of the first Legend of Zelda, and it's actually based on his sort of like adventures as a child. He used to go off into the forest woods and found caves and etc., and he sort of like wanted to translate those experiences and adventures into a game. Hence why Link is called Link. He's called Link because he is a link between the player and the story, the game, which I thought was pretty cool. So the first sort of section of this is really a art book of Skyward Sword, which came out on the Wii in 2011. Now, I never really played Skyward Sword. I remember the Loft Wing and the new sort of like controls they put in, because it was Wii motion controls, and they had introduced a stamina gauge, which is returning in the latest installment. However, I remember two sort of like major gripes. First is this character here, V. Now, Navi in Ocarina of Time is famous for being annoying, for saying listen, and Fee was also equally annoying as our helper, as a master's side, annoying him the whole time. If you've played the game, you'll know. And the second issue that was it was very linear. The game, it was very linear, which they seem to have taken on board and really addressed in Breath of the Wild. So this is the main villain, the imprisoned and demise. I never got that far into the game, sadly. And this is the art style for the land of Skyloft and the areas you visit. The Knight Academy where you were a student. The bazaar. I did like this game because it was very colourful. aesthetic to it. Very bright. Now I'm just gonna sort of like quickly skip through this section just because, one, I haven't really played it. Really cool boss. And so I can't really offer much in the form of commentary apart from admiring the environments. Where to? Here we go, this is a more interesting section. And it is the history of Hyrule, a chronology. And here is a beautiful artwork for the 25th anniversary, featuring links from all the different titles. So the original, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Spirit Tracks, Four Swords Adventure. I believe that is a Link to the Past Link, or the Adventure of Link, Zelda 2. That's Skyward Sword. Link, I believe that is Link from Ocarina of Time, the Minish Cap, Oracle of Seasons and Ages, Wind Waker again, and I believe both Ocarina of Time. Oh no, it's got to be Majora's Mask because of the Zora Mask. And then we have Fierce Deity Link, Wolf Link, Zora Link, and obviously, Goron Link. So the history of Hyrule, before this was published, there was a lot of debate over the chronology, the story, sort of like arc of the Legend of Zelda, and this is apparently the definitive version. So it starts off with the creation of the land and sky, so Skyward Sword, the Minish Cap, Four Swords, and Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is the pivotal game in these sort of universe because not only is it an excellent game, it also creates free branching storylines. One where a hero is defeated, and the decline of Hyrule and the last hero. In that there is a Link to the Past, Oracle of Ages and Seasons, Link's Awakening, the original Legend of Zelda, and the Adventure of Link. Now, when the hero is triumphant, there is both the Twilight Realm and the Hero of Winds and a New World. So in the Twilight Realm, there's Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, and Four Swords Adventure. The first two were particularly darker Legend of Zelda games. The Hero of Winds and a New World is much more bright, much more optimistic, and that is Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, and Spirit Tracks. And it's still quite debated whether or not that is the correct storyline. Here we go through the creation of the world with the three golden goddesses, and they created the Triforce, and the Triforce has sort of three main bits: courage, wisdom, and power. The goddesses are Din, Nehru, and Farol. Here it talks about an ancient battle and how evil was sealed away, however it keeps seeming to come back. Now, the three main characters who are in more or less all of them are Link, Princess Zelda, and Ganon, and all the different titles focus on different iterations of. Link is often portrayed as a child, however, a lot of the games use the elements of time travel to turn him into an adult. But all the characters, monsters, everything are so beautiful and unique. And this scene with the Deku Tree particularly resonates with me because the Ocarina of Time was my first Legend of Zelda game, and going through Kokiri Forest and going to the Deku Tree, where the music turns all somber and basically the scene is set, it's just such an emotive scene. Okay, so this just tells you about Ocarina of Time. So this tells you about a different timeline. I've only really gotten into the 3D games. I've never really have played a game where Ganon is portrayed as a pig, a burly pig. this is Link's Awakening. I forgot about Link's Awakening. It's more of a bizarre Legend of Zelda. There are actually more Legend of Zelda says. On the Philips CDI, there is a few spin-off Zelda games which were very poor, and I can't remember the name. Then The Invasion of the Shadow Realm, Twilight Princess, another excellent Legend of Zelda game, up there with Ocarina of Time. Not loved by everyone, but no game is. The Wind Waker is a game I found particular enjoyment playing the HD remake HD release. Really got into it, and using the guide to basically find all the pieces of hearts and treasure is great. And also the cell shading looked beautiful in HD. Like everyone says, it still looked great in standard definition. It did, but it just looks so much better in HD. Really did it justice. And what was great is that it managed to convey a lot of emotions on the characters. Link actually had expression. This is really cool. This is more of sort of like different sort of like art designs for in the development process, and these are development materials, and these are like square bits of paper, I believe, how they designed worlds and levels, because it was done in sort of like blocks and squares, especially when you moved around. That was used to design the levels, which is really cool. But I can imagine it being really annoying having to do it pencil and paper. Some more concept art. Ocarina of Time, Child Link, Adult Link. Ganondorf looking absolutely huge. Majora's Mask, one of the, I would probably say, least favourite Zelda games, I think, in most people's mind. It's quite it's quite complex getting your head around the time mechanics, but it's really good. The Skull Kid is such an excellent villain in the game, and it's actually a very sad tale. It's quite a sad story. But then, of course, we have Tingle. No, not ASMR tingles, but some weird guy who believes he's a fairy and wears a green leotard and flies around on a balloon and charges you extortionate prices for maps. Link, and then we have Tetra, who turns out to be Princess Zelda, you know, plot twist. The King of Red Lions, more Ganondorf. Some really great stuff. Twilight Princess Link, this is obviously where it took a more mature and darker route. So a lot broodier, a moodier Link. Midna, you can see all the different sort of like iterations of Midna, and all of them look so unique and different, and all of them would have looked awesome in the game, especially probably the different sages of the Ancient Hero. I really enjoyed the Ancient Hero mechanic. It was said to be yes, that he holds his left hand indicates he's actually Link from Ocarina of Time, so this Ancient Hero is Link from Ocarina of Time, suggesting the link, well, showing the link between the two games. And he taught you different techniques, which is really cool. Children of Warden Village. Yeah, because she's clearly a character perfect for a mainly young adult game. Go Nintendo. Yeah, they're definitely happy, you know, tapping into their weird side when creating Zelda games. And the creatures just look so amazing. Now, if I remember correctly, Skull Kid actually had to be redesigned for Western market kids, because in Japan the original School Kid was considered like really racist because it looked, I believe, like those really racist gollywog dolls. So, interesting fact there. I believe I have that correct. Some more artwork, more sort of environment concept art. That scene particularly looks great. Phantom Hourglass, never played it. These are really cool pages. Changes in character design, Link over the years. Did we have it mostly correct? Yeah, I think we got a few of them correct. And how different the transformation is from 1987 to 2011. Obviously Zelda goes through, I would say Prince Zelda goes through more of a drastic change, going from a very sort of like princessy to a more, I don't know, more regal, more, well, suggest more princessy, but you know, she loses her brown hair, she goes blonde for some of them, but she becomes much more mature and she appears much more capable. And Ganon just looks evil throughout his whole time. So these were all the box arts for all the games, with all the modern ones. Okay. And then basically what is here is a Skyward Sword manga, which I really wasn't expecting, and it's so beautifully painted and designed. So guys, that is a very quick flip through of Hyrule Historia. If you did like this video, please leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know what is your favourite Legend of Zelda game, and if you own this book. As you're watching this, I'm actually out of the country on holiday, so replying to comments will probably be pretty slow, but hopefully you enjoy it. All the same, if you do want to contact me, I should be able to get in touch with you either on my Instagram, my Twitter and my Facebook. All the important links are down below. But I just mainly hope whether you're working or you're trying to get some sleep, that you're just feeling a bit more relaxed, a bit more positive, and remember to impart that positivity onto others. Just keep calm and carry on. All my love, as always, guys. Good night.